You guys take a lot of notes for this one. This is currently, I'm gonna share so much different secrets and tactics on how to penetrate a new market, how to market yourself, how to find an ideal customer, how to make a lot more money, how to do market research, how to conduct research on your customer, how to get the right customer for your business to pay you the right amount. And I'm also moving to Texas and bringing my fleet from California to Texas. I'm gonna keep my fleet in California, but I'm gonna have a separate fleet in Texas. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this as well. If you want to open up a different state, different city, different municipality, different country, or just in your backyard, or if you're just a new host, you got to conduct market research, reverse engineer, and you guys got to understand reviews and make yourself as easy as possible to book with. For example, if you book a trip with me right now, I could be there within 10 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's my Tesla, doesn't matter if it's my electric car, it's gonna be fully charged and available and clean. Same with my other vehicles that are gas fueled, they'll be fully gassed and fueled and given to you within 10 minutes. I make myself always acceptable, easy to reach, and within 10 minutes from a booking time, I can bring the car to you, doesn't matter where I'm at, and that's the point, and I always make sure to do that. So if you book a trip with me, you get your car within 10 minutes because I do accept instant bookings. I do accept around the clock bookings 24/7. That allows me to outcompete anyone else, and you can do this as well. It allows me to make sure I'm always convenient. I always add convenience. Like when I penetrate a new market or even sustain and maintain my current market, I always make sure it's convenient, clean car, and easy for the customer. That I can even charge more people and make more money consistently, especially when I'm outcompeting the competition. I'm penetrating a new state of Texas. I also give business cards. I always recommend getting business cards, adding a QR code so that they don't have to waste their time typing. They just scan their phone over your QR code, voila, and rinse and repeat, and building brand loyalty. I have a lot of videos that already go in detail about this. Get business cards, give them out to your customers with QR code on it, so it makes it easy. They give those business cards to their friends, family, and people, especially if they had a good experience with you, and it gives them something tangible to remember you by. That's how you do it. People, follow the video through. This is not done. It's gonna go real deep. Stay tuned if you want to learn, if you're serious. Hey y'all, this is Conrad Layn here. I'm gonna share my strategy on how to delegate and how to reverse engineer and conduct Turo research, which I have implemented because I currently am moving my business to Texas. I'm still gonna have my fleet in California, but I'm gonna have a separate fleet in Texas, and I want to expand to different states that are nearby as well. Texas, maybe New Mexico if possible, also Arizona, Las Vegas and Nevada specifically, maybe Reno as well. I like Reno. I travel quite a bit, so I conduct a lot of research, and I'm conducting research on the Texas market. And the way I conduct research in any market I want to consider, and I'm gonna share with you, is first I reverse engineer, which I have many videos that go in deep detail about that. You also have to consider a few topics. I left a video below. If you're going to transfer to another state and have multiple fleets, you're going to probably at one time have to actually consider hiring on people or partnering up with other hosts or adding on custodians, which I left a link below to an article about custodians. I've talked about this for the last few months about custodians and adding on other people and delegating and also doing it yourself. But what makes me unique is I'm actually doing this all myself at this point. So I'm the only one doing this from California, and I'm going to be the only one doing it in Texas. And then I plan to possibly add on some custodians, which can be employees, could be other Turo hosts, could be family members, friends, people you hire on, interns, etc. Whatever we want to coin this and strategize this, the link below, I have an article that's directly from Turo that goes over custodians. That's one strategy. And in business, there's something called delegation. For example, the owners of the grocery stores don't work at the counter usually. They usually have employees. The owner of McDonald's, of the franchise, doesn't work there usually. They usually have other people, Chick-fil-A. The list goes on and on. Doesn't matter if it's any other company. Doesn't matter if it's a gas station. Usually the owners have other employees that are there because it's only 24 hours a day. We only get so many times, so much time per day. So first, business 101, understand delegation. The more you expand, the more you'll need other people. Facts. That's just how it is. Only 24 hours a day, and I can only humanly be in one place at one time. Yes, I could automate the business. Yes, I could run a business and unlock and lock the car. Some markets have Turo Go. California, fortunately, has Turo Go, where if I want to unlock and lock the car, I can do that. You can even do remote checkouts. If in your market, Turo Go is a program that allows you to unlock and lock your car through Turo. If that doesn't exist in your market, you can remote checkout. You can offer valet service, which I have videos upon videos about how to use valet service to give that experience, that handoff where you're not even there. But for the most part, you still need other people, right? So I mean, for the most part, when you grow, especially to other states like Texas, that's really far away. It's not like it's Nevada, or it's not like it's Arizona, even it's Texas. It's a lot further from California. How can I be in 2 states at one time? Yes, I'll implement technology. Yes, I'll implement trackers. You want to put trackers on the cars so you track them. You could kill switch them and shut them off if you need them. I have videos about that, but I don't need to dive further into that. You need to, if you're going to expand, understand delegation, understand how to hire on and bring on other people. And then the next step to that, after delegation, after you find out you need a custodian, if you're moving to a different state or a different city, and as your fleet expands, it's too much for one person. I own 20 cars currently, and I want to double to 40, and then I want to get to 60 and 80 cars. I already understand the numbers that I need other people at this point. So this is where, if you're a Turo host, you can actually partner up with other Turo hosts. You can add on custodians. They could be your interns. It could be employees. It could be whoever you want. Hire them on, or it could be other Turo hosts. You could also partner with them as well, and that's usually a way that you could grow together and make this make sense. But oftentimes, if you hire on an employee or if you partner with a Turo host, you have to make sure the numbers make sense, though, which is fine. That's a possibility, and you can definitely do that. You just need to do the numbers. But for the most part, understand delegation and becoming custodian. Next step, you got to understand your market. You have to do market research. A lot of people don't know how to collect data. First and foremost, I have a background in finance. I've been insurance licensed for over 8 years. I'm also real estate licensed. I have a background in SEO optimization, so search engine optimization. I have another video I released that goes deep in detail on how to actually add your own keywords, add your specific URL to create site maps, etc. I go deep in it. I'm not a specialist by any means when it comes to being a coder or nothing like that, but I know enough to be able to get by and to strategize and give myself an advantage. You have to start doing research, studying other profiles, studying the way they market themselves. If they do a good job marketing themselves, they do a bad job. Most people aren't that savvy when it comes to marketing, just how it is. So the first thing you need to understand is study other Turo hosts. See if they have a Facebook page. See if they have an Instagram. See if what type of pictures they take. See how they convey themselves online. Look at the reviews. Look at my reviews. Every video I release, I always leave my profile. I want to keep everything public and transparent and honest, so you know I'm the real deal. I have I'm a 5-star. First, I'm a 5-star host. I have 5 stars on the Turo. Check right now if you want to. I also have a lot of great reviews that share the experience on all my cars. Doesn't matter if it's my Tesla, if it's my Mercedes, if it's my Volkswagens, if it's my Buick Veranos, my Lincolns. Doesn't matter if it's my Nissan. It doesn't matter what car I have. I have 5-star reviews on all my vehicles, and it shows on my public profile that I left in the link below, and I leave below on every video, so you can check me out. I am the real deal, and I'm a California host. I'm an all-star host and power host. An all-star host is once you actually meet the metrics and you satisfy the metrics that Turo has in place, you become an all-star host. So I am a 5-star all-star host, but I'm also a 5-star power host, meaning that I've reached a certain income to be considered a power host. Not meant to brag, not be in classes, not trying to show off. That's not the point. The point is all you guys can also be power hosts. So become an all-star host first, but then become a power host next. And that's when you start making more income, compounding wealth. And my goal here is really to make my income passive. Passive income is really a coined term and a phrase, but we understand what it means. It's just a way of creating income and earning income and accruing income while you sleep. That's basically where I'm at right now. I do invest a bit in stocks. I do invest in different assets, and I use my experiences from these to build a transparent but also concise and consistent business to build me income while I'm earning. I'm getting to that point by myself, which is great, but I still have to put some sweat equity into it because I'm one person. The way you start getting making this Turo business more passive in the way I'm doing it, you start growing. I have 20 vehicles. Once I get to 40 vehicles, then I add, say, someone on, add a custodian on, add someone else on. Then I start actually getting away from this where I'm more of a manager of it. That's the goal. I want to basically become more of a manager, not the person who's running the business. I want to become more of the manager and let my employees or my custodians that I'm going to hire on or add on to my business, or to say if it's another Turo host, we basically I add that on and I pay them for peace of mind, and I pay them to separate myself for the business. I'm still controlling it, I'm still managing it, but I'm not physically clocking in basically to my business. That's what it is. I still feel I'm physically clocking in. So I'm not at the complete point where I want to completely be 100% passive. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting really close because I'm at the point where I have it figured out in California, and I just want to rinse and repeat this and bring it to Texas. So that's what I'm doing so far. So by doing this, I'm studying other people's profiles, studying their booking. I'm going through about maybe 100 to maybe 120 profiles per day, just Googling and just trying to see how people market themselves. I do a lot of research and I want to understand different ways they take their pictures in Texas, for example. And I do the same in California. I figure out how they take their pictures, what type of reviews they get. That's the reviews give you answers. What the people are happy about, implement that. If someone says, I love the fact the car is clean, make sure your car is clean. If they say, I love the fact that it was an easy, flexible process 24/7, I feel like I could always reach this person, implement that. If they say, I hate because the car was dirty, don't do that. So the reviews give you your answers. Always study the reviews. And I have videos about that go into how to actually conduct market research that are months old, that they did fairly well, which is cool. I'm a new YouTuber still, but I basically recorded those a few months ago and just taught people that yes, you might look at a car that looks nice. Say you see a really nice Ferrari on there, or a really cool Tesla, or a great Volkswagen, or even a great Honda, whatever case, it's a really nice color. And you see it's charging a certain amount per day. That's nice. And you might see it has a few trips. That's great. But if I see one car that has 10 trips and another car that has, say, 5 trips, but the one car that has 10 trips doesn't have any reviews, but the one that has 5 trips, same as that car though, has 2 reviews, I'll always pick the car and use the stats from the one that has the reviews. I won't even pay attention to the one, because even though there's 10 trips, there's no reviews there. Maybe the guests had a good experience, but you don't know that though. You don't know what they said. You don't know how they feel. Maybe they hated the car. Maybe they loved the car. I always want to go with what's factually true. So if you see something, see reviews, that's factually true. No matter how little or how many reviews someone has, I always pick the profiles that have the reviews, and I read through the reviews. I look at the pictures and I figure out what people like and don't like about this host, and I implement that and execute that strategy every time. And I did that in California and I grew very fast in an exponential manner, and I'm gonna do that here and rinse and repeat. So that's my goal, and that's what you guys should do too. If you want to expand to new markets, new states, new cities, new countries, if it's just down the block, if you're just getting into Turo, you want to learn how to market research and figure things out. That's how you do it, people. You study other hosts religiously, people. And when I say religiously, I mean not just 10 times per day. Maybe study maybe 10 to maybe 20 to 25 hosts per day. If you have more, I'm more on a site where I do 100 to about 120 hosts per day. And like maybe a 10-day time span, like just real research where I only focus on them. I focus on their pictures, the angles they take. I look at the reviews, and that's how you do reverse engineering. Study their price points, study the discounts they have, play with their numbers, pretend like you're gonna book it, see if their discounts come after 3 days, if they have instant booking, if they have like whatever they have, if they offer deliveries. And that's what I do. And something I do personally, I always offer deliveries to make it as convenient as possible. I try to implement whatever strategies I can. If it's Turo Go, and if I'm in a market that has Turo Go, and some markets don't have Turo Go yet, but it's been rolled out in other states so far. But some states don't have it yet. Some markets don't have it. Turo Go is basically allows you to automate your business, where the person just basically goes to your car, you unlock it, they get in, and you don't even have to be there. Pretty cool. If your market has that, great way to make your business more automated. But if you don't have it, you can do remote checkouts. You can maybe offer valet service where the valet checks it out for you. You don't even have to be there. Remember, you have to delegate this and try to get to a point where you're doing less work physically. It's more mental and it's more managerial. That's where I'm trying to go, and that's the way of delegation. Delegation is the key word here, and that's the thing. So with that being said, that's how I'm going to actually grow my business. That's how I'm going to expand. That's how I'm actually going to bring it to Texas, into different states, and roll this out. And when I decide to add people on, I'm going to add custodians on, which I left the article below again. That basically goes over how to add people on properly so they can basically be there for you where you don't have to be there. So you're using other people's time. Using other people's time is what gathers more time for yourself. And that's the key element of delegation and growing your business. Do market research, understand the market, see how the market's sustaining itself and maintaining itself, so you can learn how to enter and penetrate and execute. That's what I plan to do, people. That's what I'm doing in Texas, and that's what I've been enjoying so far. I love doing this market research. It makes me happy, puts a smile on my face every time, and you guys could do it too. And that's how you make money in this business. You have to learn how to delegate, reverse engineer and study the market, study the host, study the reviews, study their price points, their discounts, and also the more flexible you are, understanding Turo markets you even heavier. If you're that Turo host who is available within, say, 15 minutes and 10 minutes after a booking, you're going to get a deal. If you have the best prices, if you have, say, unlimited miles or extra miles, or if you have maybe extra deals or discounts on there, you'll be the one that's going to be contacted because you're at the right price, you have the right marketing in place, and you have instant booking, for example, so someone can easily book your car. Turo's going to market you because Turo is a business at the end of the day. They want transactions, they want to close out and make money as soon as possible. They're a business at the end of the day. So if you understand their psychology, that they want to make money as fast as possible, and a lot of it, and if you understand the guest mentality and psychology, that they want to get a car as soon as possible, you making them wait, they'll just pick another host, or they'll become irritated with you, or they're like, I have to wait for this guy, or I can't get a 1 day booking because he only accepts, or he or she only accepts 2 day or 3 day or 4 day bookings. Like, some hosts only accept 3 day bookings. To me, I think that's a mistake, especially if you're trying to grow your business. If you become a superstar, maybe you don't have to do it anymore. But in the beginning, especially if you're in a new market, or if you're a new host in general, or going in a new market, you need to offer those deliveries. Maybe offer free deliveries for a while, and then as you grow your profile and build your reviews, because now you start making your profile heavier, now you start being found more, now people start liking and see your reviews, then you start charging maybe $60 per delivery, then 70, then 120, which is currently the max. That's just what you guys do. That's how you do it. You have to basically be make yourself as easy as possible for someone to book, where all they have to do is say yes. So you have instant booking, so they can book you if they only have, say, a 4-hour trip. I've had so many bookings where the person just needs it for 4 or 5 hours. They bring it back, if I still make a day rate, which is great. That's something I really recommend. Consider instant booking. Consider accepting all. Consider basically any time around the clock, where there's 24/7. Might be a lot of late nights, but that's a good problem to have. That means you're making money when other people are sleeping. So just stuff like that. Offering maybe unlimited miles for a temporary time being, if it supports your market, just to get those reviews in, so you start making your marketing heavy on Turo, so Turo can actually market you properly. The more reviews you have, the more trips you have, the heavier your profile becomes, and the more Turo actually markets your profile. An analogy I use is like, if you go to the store and you buy fruits, or you buy vegetables, or you buy meat, the heavier the meat is, the heavier the vegetables are, the heavier the fruit are. Typically, when they scale it and weigh it for you, they charge you more per pound. Same, that's how marketing works. The more foot traffic you have, the more high volume you have going on, the more pictures you have, the more reviews you have, the more heavier it is, the more that people will actually see your profile, the more Turo will sell you for. So the more you weigh, the more you can sell for, because you're worth more. You're more experienced, you're refined. That's the goal, people, and that's how you do it. So consider maybe instant booking for the time being. Consider deliveries. Consider maybe around the clock, 24/7, if you can do that. Consider a very clean car. People like clean cars, simple but true. Take some nicer pictures. Look at the market, how they take their pictures, and see and try to do better than that. That's how you do it, people. So if you want to actually penetrate another state, another country, another market, another city, or you just try a new host just getting their feet wet, learn how to reverse engineer. And watching this video, you'll learn all of that. Like, subscribe, share. I love you guys. Layn out. Peace.